There are some people who search for control in their lives, and I guess the lives of others, um, and they never really find it. I was wondering for a while why that was. I'm not sure if I found the complete reason, but I think I found pieces of it. Later today, I'm going to read some, or listen to some philosophy audiobooks from Immanuel Kant. See if I can line some things up in my head. Maybe something will help. I'm joining XP. Today is the Ender Dragon Day. I'm going to go kill that thing. Get some Elytra. Yeah. So there are two types of control that I think we are all familiar with, right? There's direct control and indirect control. That's pretty much it. Might sound obvious, but I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it, okay? So direct control is the what. Indirect control is the how. If direct control is like pushing the boulder up the hill, indirect control is what you did to get the hill's ground, the surface of the boulder, and how it rolls, right? You influence how it rolls. You manipulate the boulder, you manipulate the hill. By the way, I went to the Aether. Absolutely useless. Don't... Okay, this is a different rant, but I don't think that anyone should have the Aether in their mod pack if they don't have like a pure raw vanilla experience. Hell, like even create backpacks completely invalidate the Aether. Being able to fly completely invalidates the Aether. The Nether's still okay though. So, I fuck with that. That's something I kind of want to emphasize here is the like we have to remember that control is control, right? Even indirect control can be influence. You have control over indirect control. You are not helpless. You probably never have been unless like you are, debilitated, I guess. Gonna need more of these later. But outside of those very extreme circumstances where like you're paraplegic or something, where you're basically a potato sitting at home, you have control. You have always had control. For example, well, I don't really need to give you examples for direct control. I think that's self-explanatory. But for indirect control, we can just think about attraction preferences, right? By the way, I don't know if this is Terralith that has messed with the structure of this entire world, but this took forever to find. Like, I'm not joking. Let's talk about attraction. Where the fuck? Okay, I thought I was fucked there. What the fuck have they done to the end? Oh, the end is actually kind of dangerous. Oh, oh, dude, this is super cinematic. This is so clean. This is so cool. Oh, this is so sick. I love this. Does it have a nose? What is that red thing on his face? Anyway, so attraction preferences. There are people who like you can basically gaslight yourself into loving pretty much whoever the fuck you want. There's a reason why when someone confesses their attraction to you, all of a sudden they become like far more attractive just by saying that they're attracted to you. I don't know if it's a narcissism thing or whatever. Can I just break these without like going over them? No, I have to use my pick. That's interesting. Think about arranged marriages, for example. When I think about arranged marriages, I think about how these people were basically assigned to each other, and that was kind of the end of the story. That's a bit worrying. It's like, okay, so I have to be with this person for the rest of my life. Is that real? Is that true? It's like, yeah, totally true. 100% real, 100% true. In truth, when it comes to control over, once again, our attraction preferences, I guess. We'll just use that as the example. We have direct control, and then we have the indirect control. We have the direct control of being in the presence of this person, of talking to this person, of listening to this person, of appealing to this person. And then we have the indirect thing of the longer we stay in proximity with them, we just naturally become more attracted to them, right? We build something with each other. We become important to each other. I guess the real issue with control is how exactly do we contend with the fact that what what threw me off just now? It feels like control is this thing where the handlebars are invisible. You know what I mean? Like the control is there, sure, and it always does exist, but we can't see exactly how to control, and so it becomes a bit, yeah, it becomes a bit difficult. I don't think the R's of matters to this thing. I think it's it's all melee, which is fine. I'm okay with waiting. Oh, here it comes. Yeah, that's super interesting to me. If the handlebars are invisible, of course you're not going to be able to tell what the fuck's going on. Alright, yeah. Haha, very fast, very funny. It was a cool boss fight. If I wasn't so overpowered, maybe I would have enjoyed that more. That's my fault. A lot of levels, though. Let's talk about, like, color palettes for, art, right? One of the first things I learned when I first started doing, pixel art was that there are color palettes that will limit you down to, like, 16 colors you can choose from whenever you're drawing anything. Whenever you're painting anything. And what's kind of weird about this, what's kind of funny about this, is this where you are? No, that's just another Enderman. That is not the egg. I cannot find the egg. What's very funny about this is that the less color palette, the less color you have on your palette, the more in control you feel, which is very weird. If you want to get good at pixel art very quickly, just lower your color palette, and you will have a lot more control over your art. Hell, making your canvas smaller would also help a lot in giving you more control. And I think that's a really good way of describing how you find the handlebars of control. How do you find these things that are invisible? Well, you limit what you're looking for. If you spent all this time looking for, God, I don't know, perfection, or what you imagine perfection to be, if you have this ideal in your head and you've been looking for what directly contributes to that ideal, you're going to find it's going to be more difficult. It's going to be far more difficult to find what you're looking for. And that's just because it's, you know, it's difficult to find perfection. It's always going to be difficult to find perfection. If you limit your search for whatever this nebulous thing is that you're looking for, if you limit it to just, okay, what's good enough? What's good enough for me? What amount of control would I be happy with as a minimum? Like, what was the least amount I'm happy with? What can I live with? I think, yeah, just by doing that, you're going to find a lot more success. You're going to find a lot more security. That's kind of another common theme when it comes to this problem. As it turns out, not having control is very addicting, right? Is so easy. It feels so good to be able to say, listen, man, I don't have control over my life. I don't have control over what people do to me. I don't have control over what people interpret. All this, none of this is my fault. It's all their fault. Like, damn, that feels good. That feels very good. Even though we are scared to admit that, I guess. We shouldn't be scared to admit it, but we absolutely are. Turns out we're vain creatures. Maybe if we weren't, this wouldn't be so difficult. But as it stands, it is difficult, and as it stands, we are vain. Did the entire tree disappear, brother? They do that? No, they don't. I got teleported. Okay, that's funny. But if control is so pleasurable, like, okay, something I always think about, like, I think about this very often, is, okay, why is this instinct here? Why is the instinct for giving up control here? Why do we, as human beings, say, oh yes, bro, fuck control, I hate having control. I love to be subservient to something else. I love to have something else to blame. I love my agency not being there. Because that's certainly what it fucking feels like. It feels like we've evolved a type of, a type of thing deep inside of our heads that says, hey, if I have control, I'm going to break down. Because I don't know what to choose. There are too many choices, and I don't know what to do. And I'm lost. I have a friend who, was depressed for a long time, right? He's the typical, the stereotypical hee hee ha ha, everything is funny, and then one day he says, I love you, bro, and it's like, oh god. I gotta go to his house right now, see what the fuck is wrong. He's that guy. And he committed suicide. Well, he tried to, I'm sorry. That's a different friend I'm talking about, actually committed suicide. But the fact this happened more than once should tell you something, I guess. And I was, we were talking, like, after his attempts. I wasn't too keen on seeing that happen in my life a second, third, fourth time, right? I wasn't happy to hear what he tried to do. And I try to get to the bottom of, like, okay, how did you end up thinking that you were at a dead end? How'd you end up thinking that there's nothing else left for you? I can't believe I could just find netherite gear by killing shit. What mod is doing this? Is this really Apotheosis doing this? Doesn't that strike you as a bit OD? Okay. I'm just here for the Elytra. There's not really much to do in the end. And after I get the Elytra, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do after that. What am I going to do? Fucking Botania? And then what? Fight the fucking Gaia Spirit? For what? What's the greater challenge I'm chasing here? We were talking. And what he chalked it up to, in his own words, is that he didn't really have a direction in his life. He kind of felt like he did everything he needed to do, which isn't true. He was like 23 years old. He absolutely has not done everything. There's plenty to do. But it doesn't feel like that. So it's like, what do you do to fix someone who feels like they have nothing? What is the solution? There's this thing that my uncle told me at a family reunion when I was like 15, 16 years old. He said, if you ever feel like you don't have direction, you ever feel like you're helpless, like you have nothing to live for, it's time to join up with the military, okay? I was like, oh yeah, sure, uncle. Because he served in the military. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Veterans like veterans, okay? I get it. I'm probably not going to do that because I don't take orders very well. What the fuck? I need that. I need that track, brother. I need that track. Stop chasing. Stop chasing. I need that track, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't. Not the edge. Not the edge now. Run those. Run those. Run those. Where's my ice? Did he give it? He teleported away from me. What the fuck? Bro, you know I need that track real quick, bro. What the fuck? Give me that. Where's my fucking jukebox? Oh, yeah. That fucking goes. That slaps. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I don't take orders very well, right? So I'm not a good fit for the military. Military requires you to, be unquestioned, finally. Wait, this is not what I thought it was. But if you have no direction, military is definitely it. And that thought process came to me when I was listening to him talk about his lack of direction. I was like, have you thought about the military? And of course, he gives the exact same reaction everyone gives when you say you should go into the military. Fuck the military. Once again, I get it. Okay, it makes perfect sense to say fuck the military when you haven't served in the military. Everyone says fuck the military. But if you don't have anything going on in your life, if you feel like a sad sack of shit, you feel depressed, you feel suicidal at this point, if you can't find purpose, then find someone else to give you purpose. That's what I thought. Naturally, I wouldn't fucking tell this story if I didn't come out the other side winning, okay? He went to the military, he came out the other side, and he's been so much better ever since. He's been feeling it. I don't know what the fuck they did for him, but I'm happy for him. I'm glad he found what he was looking for. I was trying to say something earlier about, like, how we end up in these situations where we're like, oh yeah, man, I feel like I don't have direction. And getting direction is difficult. Getting direction is relatively easy here in the United States anyway. The military got you. Even though most people don't like the military. It's weird. It's weird, but whatever. Okay. Just looking for Elytra. Oh my god. Knowing that he found his the light at the end of his tunnel in the military of all places, it drove me to certain answers that normally I guess I would have ignored. Oh, these things teleport me. Is that true? No? No, he didn't teleport me. What the fuck? Okay, he teleported me. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Is that just an extra ability they have? Whatever. Like, okay, why is the military a good place to find purpose, to find structure if you have none? Why is it that coming out of the military, you end up better off? Unless you go to war and you actually see, unless you see combat. Those guys don't really come out the other side looking too good. And we don't really have the systems to support them either. So the military isn't a fucking cure-all. It's not a panacea. Panacea? Panacea? I have no idea how to say that, actually. I realize that now. I've been foolish. But if you just go into the military and you do your little fucking 2 years or however long your military branch requires you to be there, and then like you're out of active duty and you're on retirement, when you do that, you come out the other side better. It seems like. Why is that? Why is it the military that does that? Why is therapy unable to do that? Why is the military able to kick you into gear? And this kind of comes back to the thing I was talking about before about like, how do we evolve to not want control? I think that humans being a social creature, that is an uncontested statement. Something that might be more contested is on not everyone is cut out to not be a sheep. There are some people that are just happier as sheep people. There's some people that are happier when they conform to the standard, when they conform to the norm. And we have to respect that, I think. There's some people who don't like to think. There's some people who don't think very well. And trying to force them into thinking and becoming enlightened and ending up on the same wavelength as the rest of the awakens, maybe that's more unhealthy than we think it is. I think we've stigmatized this thing of having a simple life and a simple existence. For some reason, it's looked down upon to be a farmer somewhere in the middle of Kentucky with a wife and 8 kids, working your soybean crop. Like that's seen as kind of dog shit behavior. It's kind of dog shit existence to live. And I think that bothers me a little. Because normally we wouldn't look down on them like that, right? Am I saying hashtag save farmers, hashtag respect farmers? Not necessarily. Not everyone's cut out to be a farmer, just like not everyone's cut out to be in the military. Not everyone's cut out to take orders. Some people do not take orders well. Some people have a personality type that says, hey, I am a leader. I am not a follower. And that is perfectly okay. The end is lagging the ever-living shit out of me, brother. Oh my god. I haven't had it this bad before. What's going on in the end? Bro, it's just void. How could you possibly struggle to render this? Okay, sitting in the menu. Oh, no. Am I moving too fast? Is that what the fuck it is? They don't expect me to be able to fly through the end without Elytra. They don't expect me to be in the end. There are many reasons why I hate being here. I never thought lag would be one of them, but here we are. I hate the lag. I guess I'll walk. I have plenty of time. I'm not in a rush, whatever. What the fuck was I saying? Before I had to pause for like 2 fucking minutes because the end was rendering. The end. Where there was nothing. Something, something, something. God, I hate that I have to keep doing this. Something, something, something. We need direction. Not everyone's cut out for this. Different personality types. Super alpha. Hyper sigma. Sigma grind set. Skibbity toilet. I don't fucking know. What was I saying, bro? I don't know what the fuck I was saying. My point is that I think that some of us are just followers, bro. Some of us are just sheep, and that's alright. Some of us are meant to be farmers and live quiet lives. It's okay to be simple. Hey, everyone wants to live like a fucking exciting existence. Everyone wants to be able to say, I have so many stories. Look at how cool and interesting and hip I am. When the truth is that many of us are very simple, and that is perfectly okay to be simple. It's okay to have like simple ambitions and live a simple life. See, that guy got a backpack, but he don't got the tunes, so I have nothing to say to him. See, he's a loser. He's a farmer, right? In my book, he's the farmer of the Enderman. But even farmers have a certain amount of like control. Even people who want to live simple lives, even they have like a certain amount of control. They're like, okay, listen, you can't just take away my tractor and then say, oh, but you don't like control. Like, obviously I need my tractor, right? There's obviously like a baseline of control. And that's kind of what I was getting to earlier when I was like, What is the minimum amount of control you're okay with? Look at my FPS. Look at my frames. Look at my frames, bro. It's frozen. Oh, sweet Jesus, I hate the end. I hate this place so much. Oh my god. I don't know what that pink ore was. I'm going down to find out. Did I not see something pink down here just now? I'm tripping. Yo, I'm crazy. Okay, whatever. Brother, I thought we were about to scrap. You can't be following me around. What the fuck? What's good? Listen, I'm over here 3 FPS and Endermen are just walking up to me. Speed 2. Why do you have speed 2? All of you have speed 2? No. Why do you have speed 2? Like, what is the minimum amount of control that you could allow yourself to have? I'm just waiting for it to render more, because for some reason my computer struggles with the fucking end of all places. Once again, the end? The end. This is where you want to struggle? There's nothing here, buddy. There are people who have this general anxiety about life, right? They have an anxiety about where they want to go and what they want to do. That's half tied up in passion and not knowing who you are or what you are, and half that you have this idea in your head of yourself, but no matter how you seem to move, no matter what steps you seem to take, you never really seem to match up to that ideal. You never really seem to meet that. And I imagine that's got to be terrifying. That's got to be absolutely scary. Ooh, thought process. Hold on. Brain worked. Can I find end city? No. Must be the structure compass. I do not have that. Can I make structure? Did I spell structure wrong? No, I didn't. I just don't have one. Okay, it's not in the fucking pack. I'll keep walking. Bringing us back to the palette example of okay, if you can't find what you need, what levers you need to adjust, we need to limit our options here. Maybe you thought you could be a fucking a doctor or a lawyer. Maybe instead of accepting both choices as valid, maybe we only choose one thing as valid. Maybe being a doctor is out of the cards. A lawyer, sure, that's in the cards. Yeah, but that kind of creates another type of anxiety, right? Like, okay, how do I choose what's valid if I don't know what's up? If I don't know what's good? And I don't think I have an answer for that. I'm scared to use Skywalker because I don't want to go down to 0 frames for 2 minutes ever again. But I kind of have to. Once again, I don't... What is that, man? What is that thing? What is on his head? He's like a fish enderman. I don't want to look at him. Did I kill him? I kind of want to kill him. Yeah, you can't be a fish looking around me, buddy. What is that thing? Look at this guy. Oh, he was just a fucking fishman? Summons a friendly enderman to fight for you. That is interesting. Not sure if I need it. I just got more netherite. I am... I now have the pants of a netherite set. There's no way, bro. What's going on? What's good? They really give me anything. They don't give a fuck anymore, huh? Oh, I shouldn't have jumped. That's my fault for jumping. Okay, let's say that those, God. You know, the people I think that struggle the most with this are artists, right? I think that us artists have this quality about us where, the way we think and see the world is uniquely, I don't know what the fuck to call it. We have this outlook on the world, and I'm not exactly sure how to label it. I'm about to give up on the fucking Elytra. I've been wondering. With 2 FPS. For so long. I feel dead inside, Jimmy. They don't die in one hit anymore. That's good. I love that. Love that for you. And because of the way the artists see the world, we end up in this situation where we're so sensitive in our feelings and so big picture that we fail to see the little steps, the controls. Once again, the controls are transparent. We live in a world with controls that are unavailable to us, or rather, imperceivable to us. So when you have artists looking at these small details, looking at where the controls are supposed to be, and they end up missing where the controls are, you have us spiraling. There's also something else to be said about how mental health for artists is way down. Is pretty bad. I don't know what the fuck's going on there, but I'm sure that factors into it a lot. Once again, 3 FPS. I'm chugging. I hate the end. Not only is it empty, but I can't even find the fucking Electra thing. Bro, I think I'm just gonna go home. I think I'm gonna stay here. There's no reason. Anyway. I think I found the answers that I was looking for. It's probably something to do with the fact we have too many options, and it all feels overwhelming, it all feels scary. It probably has even more to do with the fact that certain types of people are predisposed to believe and think like this. And it's got everything to do with the fact that I have like half an entire set of netherite gear, and I'm unstoppable. And yeah, that's just what it is. It is what it is, bro. Kind of reaching the end of this mod pack. There's no all the mods star. I don't know what I'm going to play next. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Kind of poetic that you end up where you started. No, I'm just being pretentious.